The number represented by the Greek symbol phi is 1.61803399. It is sometimes referred to as the golden ratio due to the aspect that is formed. Utilized in architecture, nature, and art.
I'll never use this. Hey, watch it.
Sorry. I miscalculated my landing.
Who are you? The goof fairy?
I know you're a smart, kid, but I'm supposed to supply the wisecracks.
What's wrong with your voice?
Got a little frog in my throat.
There's something going around. A lot of kids have a cold.
No, I really have a frog in my throat.
Ribbit.
That's better. Now allow me to introduce myself. My name is Who. I'm an owl. Who. And I'm told that I have a bit of wisdom to share whenever a student utters the words, "I'll never use this." Which, by the way, happens entirely too often.
Okay, wise guy. I know that I'll never need to be concerned about a number as obscure as 1.618. Oh, whatever. In fact, I think that this whole math thing is for the birds.
Well, at least you realize that we need math.
That's a nice looking family. But don't you need to be figuring out how many licks it takes to get to the chocolate
Oh
center
no,
of a...
don't go there. So, you don't think that phi, geometry, and other math concepts are important for your future? What do you hope to be when you grow up?
I'm gonna be an artist.
Oh, the creative type. I can see. You're right. You'll never use math. I'll just head on back to the nest and let you be. Not. Hey, Don.
Hey, Who?
Think you can help me out again?
Of course.
Brandon here knows that he'll never use math. Guess what he wants to be?
What's that?
He's going to be an artist.
Really?
Really? Do you think you can handle it?
I'm sure I can. Hey, Brandon.
Hello, Don. How are you?
I'm well. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you could pop in.
Me too.
All right. So you were in math class and you don't think you're going to ever use phi or any of those concepts?
Absolutely not.
What if I told you that everything I do is based on math in some form or another?
I don't think I could believe you.
You don't think so, huh? Well, let's talk a little bit about the shape of the canvas. The shape of the canvas is arrived at by that ratio of phi. Didn't your teacher say something about the phi you find in nature and in architecture?
I think I remember that.
Okay, well, the reason we use that ratio is because it's pleasing to the human eye. As a matter of fact, phi is inside you.
Never thought about that.
Leonardo da Vinci, ever heard of him?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, well he did a drawing. And the drawing shows a man inside of a circle and a square. And if you start taking measurements of various parts of the body, they all form relationships to the golden ratio.
Okay.
And so that particular ratio is in people, it's in animals, it's in plants, it's in the universe. So if you're going to be an artist and you're going to learn to draw people, you've got to understand those relationships and proportions of the human body. But in addition to that, you also have to learn relationships of space and the use of it.
I've created a couple masterpieces in my time.
I'm sure
and
you have.
I've never had to use math.
Well, maybe you have a natural way of seeing, and that's good. Every artist needs a little bit of that. You've heard of geometry, right?
Ugh, yeah.
And what shape do you think is repeated and varied in this particular painting?
A couple rectangles.
And absolutely. And squares. And do we see any triangles?
Not where I can see.
Not where you can see. Is that a triangle right there?
That's definitely a triangle.
That is a triangle. Okay, well, the whole point of this painting is that if you look at the ratio of phi, 1/3 of this painting, roughly, is in this space, 2/3 is in this space, okay? So this gives the painting balance and symmetry, but at the same time, it's not symmetrical, is it?
Right.
Okay, and that's where the idea of the rule of thirds come in, to where if you bisect this painting into thirds vertically and horizontally, you wind up placing the points of emphasis at the correct places in the painting so that your eye moves through the painting and sees all the things that the artist wants to see. And so we're repeating squares and rectangles in this painting basically as an abstract part of this composition, but ultimately we wind up seeing what it is in real life, which is a window. And what makes for the contrast is everything is very linear and geometric, but what's the one thing in it that's not?
The tree?
That's right, and it's organic. The tree is based upon phi as well. But the fact is that this becomes the subject because it's the one thing in the painting that is not geometric. And so we could do it very mechanically, but at the same time we can do it very organically and make it look more lifelike.
I see.
So that's how math becomes really part of how artists create works of art. So you think you're going to be studying some math?
Definitely.
Okay, because if you're going to be an artist, you have to understand math.
Thank you, Don.
It was nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
All righty.
But is actually an infinite
I guess there's a lot more that I have to know to be an artist.
Oh, I love my job. Let's see what's next. This one looks interesting.